I think we're going to show the world how to really use AI models in a way that is more than just like a wrapper. And I think that we're going to see more and more solutions. It's not easy. Clearly, I think we're doing new things. So actually think about it like this. For all of computer programming's existence, it was completely deterministic, non-random. Now, the AI models have randomness. We are ingesting randomness into code. That is not a small thing. And so the result of that is that this AI revolution, there's all these what's possible, but it's taking a lot of people time to really build real solutions. And I think we'll start to see more and more of those that are actually real, where it's actually them using AI. It's not just like a chat GPT wrapper. It's not just chat GPT, but in your web browser, or chat GPT while you're riding your bicycle, or some weird shit like that. That's just like really not much. I think you'll see more and more of this, not just from us, as people really look to be like, all right, how do we build like a whole solution that we couldn't do before? That just wasn't possible without AI. But AI is not everything. And so I see other people doing really awesome things like that. And I really do think that we're going to be on the forefront of pushing that boundary in certain ways, to where like we're going to do things. Because think about it, like the way that the GPT is going about it, they're trying to solve all the problems at once with the GPTs. And I think, and as a result, they have to really weaken them in order for them to be broad. What we're doing is we're going about it a very different way. We're looking at it from the problem standpoint instead. What problems can we solve with AI and make it as best as possible for that specific use case? So, for example, with the article agent, how can we make this as easy and fast? For me, if I was doing SEO on articles, I want it to be as little freaking time as possible, right? I want to do as little work as possible. I want my VAs to be as efficient and fast as possible, and that's the intent there. So it's very different than the intent from like if you use the GPT, there's like the most popular article writing GPT and ChatGPT is more work to use. You have to either tell it or you have to actually stitch together the final results, and there's a little bit of wonkiness there. Also, you can't have another agent call that. So we're going to be able to have an SEO agent that can call the article agent and use it and leverage it. It can call the customer support agent for you. It can call the YouTube agent for you. So we're able to stack things together because we're building like that. And then other things like that I think are low-hanging fruit that are really high value. The ability to communicate with the agent via email, the ability to connect to your calendar, the ability to push and pull from Google Sheets with the agent, the ability to use multiple agents in parallel, and success, the ability to take information from an agent, process it, and send it to other agents or other models, and do that in 2, 5, 10 steps towards a specific purpose. This is not how the GPTs are built right now. I saw on there's another website called Perplexity. They have agents, and it's really just kind of like what Gordon was mentioning before. It's just like a special prompt. It's like you're changing the system message, and that's it. I mean, I guess that's kind of an agent, but that's like such a tiny, tiny little piece. So I think that you'll look and see a lot of new solutions come out that actually are really fucking nuts. I think it's going to get bananas when you think about like this is just what I've talked about here is just what we're going to do in the next like 1 to 2 months. I haven't mentioned the whole rest of the year, and I think the whole rest of the year is just going to keep snowballing. We're going to be this one master agent is going to be able to call every other thing that we ask. It's going to be able to use it as a tool. Think about that, and use it in conjunction with other tools. So it's not just it can just use it. It can use it and then take that information and go, oh, actually, now I need to take that and go over here. It's a kind of a flow of information that needs to be able to be dynamic and not be simple. So what is the code for gold miners? Just gold mine. Gold mine. And I made it nice and simple. One word, gold mine.
My perspective, it's like you can watch the news or your inbox and people are saying things like what you're saying, Dave's saying, which is AI agents are coming, or there's people saying they already have them. But Jonathan and I are able to bring you guys people like David that we know that have actually blazed a trail with this and give you access to a AI agent today and then the future of it. And so I think there's like this world outside of here, which is people are like kind of pretending or anticipating. And then there's a reality of what's actually here and now that you can use and what's going to step away. And I think that's the edge Jonathan and I look to give people is not everybody has this type of thing. I think it's the point. It's like not everybody has something like this yet. So and I think it'll be a big advantage for people that actually pick it up and use it. And yeah, it's interesting to hear your thing evolving too. It's almost like a person gaining a skill and then another skill and then another skill, and you can just go to them and say, "Hey, I want you to do this thing now." And it's like, "Oh, I have that skill now that David Hook gave me." So it's really cool.